Hey, curious crusaders! You know how it is, you're just going about your day, making coffee, maybe doing some laundry, and then BAM! Your brain throws you a curveball. Like, why does coffee make you feel like you could run a marathon, or why do cats yawn like they're auditioning for a dramatic play? These aren't exactly the mysteries that keep you up at night, but they're those little head scratchers that make you wonder about the world around you. And you know me, I'm all about embracing the curiosity, digging a little deeper, and maybe having a few laughs along the way. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a quest for knowledge, exploring the whys behind 5 everyday things that you probably never thought twice about. Get ready to have your mind blown, or at least mildly intrigued. Okay, let's talk about coffee. That magical elixir that fuels our mornings, our afternoons, and sometimes, let's be honest, our entire existence. But seriously, why does coffee have this almost supernatural ability to transform us from sleepy zombies into functioning members of society? Well, my friends, it all comes down to chemistry. You see, coffee is loaded with this stuff called caffeine. And caffeine is basically a master manipulator when it comes to your brain. It waltzes in there and blocks this neurotransmitter called adenosine. Adenosine, if left to its own devices, is what makes you feel tired and ready for bed. It's like the sleep signal in your brain. But caffeine doesn't play by those rules. It swoops in, binds to the adenosine receptors, and basically tells adenosine to take a hike. And while it's at it, caffeine decides to throw a little party in your brain. It's like, hey, dopamine, you're invited, and adrenaline, you too. So now, instead of feeling tired and sluggish, you're hit with this surge of feel-good dopamine and energizing adrenaline. Your heart rate picks up, your brain starts firing on all cylinders, and suddenly, you're ready to tackle that to-do list, write that novel, or, just make it through another episode of your current Netflix obsession. But here's the catch, and this is important, folks. Everything in moderation. Too much coffee, and you're not just energized, you're jittery, anxious, and probably regretting that last cup as you lie awake at 3 a.m., wondering if the dust bunnies in the corner are plotting against you. Trust me, I've been there. So enjoy your coffee, my friends, but remember, balance is key. Now go forth and caffeinate responsibly. We've all been there, right? You're walking along, minding your own business, when suddenly you feel it. That telltale looseness around your foot that can only mean one thing. Your shoelaces are staging a coup. Again. You could have sworn you tied them tight, maybe even threw in a double knot for good measure, but those slippery little devils found a way to wriggle free. So what's the deal? Is there some kind of secret shoelace society dedicated to our downfall? Well, not exactly. Turns out the answer lies in the fascinating and sometimes frustrating world of physics. Every step you take, every twist and turn of your foot creates a symphony of motion. And all that motion puts stress on your shoelace knot, gradually loosening it over time. Think of it like this. Your shoelace knot is like a tiny, intricate knot, and every step you take is like a gentle tug on one of those strands. With enough tugs, even the tightest knot will eventually come undone. It's just a matter of time. But don't despair. We're not powerless against the tyranny of untied shoelaces. The double knot, my friends, is your secret weapon. By doubling the knot, you're essentially doubling the number of tugs it takes to loosen it. It's like building a fortress around your feet, a fortress that says, "Not today, shoelaces, not today." Or, if you're really tired of the never-ending battle, you could always embrace the wonderful world of slip-on shoes or elastic laces. Your back and your sanity will thank you. Why do cats yawn so much? Ah, cats. Those enigmatic, furry little creatures that share our homes and our lives, but seem to operate on a whole other level of consciousness. Seriously, what is going on in those tiny feline brains? And why are they always yawning? Now, I know what you're thinking. Cats yawn because they're sleepy. And yeah, sometimes that's true. Cats are masters of napping, after all. But there's actually a whole lot more to those wide-mouthed displays than meets the eye. For starters, yawning isn't just about sleepiness for cats. It's also a way for them to stretch their jaw muscles, which can get stiff after a long nap. Or, a hard day of judging us from atop the bookshelf. Yawning also helps cats regulate their body temperature. When they yawn, they take in a big gulp of air, which helps to cool down their blood. Think of it like their own personal air conditioning system. But let's be real, sometimes cats yawn for purely dramatic effect. They're masters of nonverbal communication, and a well-timed yawn can convey a whole range of emotions, from boredom to annoyance to utter disdain for your inferior human attempts at entertainment. It's like they're saying, "Look at me, I'm so bored I could literally yawn my head off. Maybe you should try harder next time, human." So the next time your cat lets out a big, dramatic yawn, don't just assume they're tired. Take a moment to appreciate the complex tapestry of emotions they're expressing. Or, just break out the laser pointer. It's the universal cure for feline boredom. Why does the light bulb symbolize ideas? We've all seen it, that classic image of a light bulb illuminating above someone's head, signifying a brilliant idea. But have you ever stopped to wonder, a light bulb? Why not a spark plug? Or a toaster oven? Well, it all goes back to the OG innovator himself, Thomas Edison. When Edison and his team finally cracked the code on the incandescent light bulb back in the late 1800s, it was a game changer. Literally. For the first time in human history, people could have reliable, on-demand light in their homes. It was a technological revolution, and it completely transformed the way people lived, worked, and thought. The light bulb became a symbol of progress, innovation, and the power of human ingenuity. It represented the ability to illuminate the darkness, both literally and metaphorically. But here's the really cool part. The link between light bulbs and ideas isn't just a metaphor. It turns out our brains actually light up when we have those aha moments. Scientists have used brain imaging techniques like fMRI to study what happens in the brain during creative thinking. And guess what? When we have a sudden insight or solve a problem, specific areas of our brain show increased activity, kind of like a mini light show happening inside our skulls. So yeah, that light bulb above your head, it's not just a cartoon. It's a pretty accurate representation of what's happening in your brain when you're in the creative zone. Why is there always a missing sock? It's one of life's greatest mysteries, right up there with the Bermuda Triangle and the meaning of life itself. Why is there always a missing sock? You put a pair in the wash, you swear you did, but only one comes out. Where does the other one go? Some people might try to tell you it's just carelessness, that you didn't actually put a pair in the wash. But we know the truth, don't we? There are forces at work here, unseen forces that operate beyond the realm of human understanding. Okay, maybe not. But seriously, where do those socks go? Well, there are a few theories. One theory is that socks, being the free spirits they are, have a tendency to escape from the confines of the washing machine. A loose thread here, a poorly timed spin cycle there, and poof, your sock is gone, off to explore the world beyond the laundry basket. Another theory posits that socks are masters of disguise. They can cling to other garments, hiding in plain sight until you unwittingly separate them, dooming one sock to a life of solitude. And then there's the static cling theory. Socks, being made of materials that love to attract static electricity, can become locked in an epic battle of wills with other garments, clinging desperately until one of them is ripped away, lost forever in the static-charged abyss. Or maybe, just maybe, it's something even more sinister. Maybe, just maybe, there's a secret society of sock-stealing gremlins lurking in the shadows of our laundry rooms, snatching socks one by one for their own nefarious purposes. Whatever the reason, the mystery of the missing sock endures. So the next time you're digging through your laundry, feeling that familiar pang of frustration, just remember, you're not alone. We're all in this sockless struggle together. This world is indeed filled with everyday whys. Well, there you have it, curious crusaders. 5 everyday mysteries explained, or at least pondered. From the chemistry of coffee to the physics of shoelaces, to the existential angst of a missing sock, the world is full of fascinating little whys waiting to be explored. So the next time you find yourself wondering about something, don't just shrug it off. Embrace your curiosity, dig a little deeper, and maybe, just maybe, you'll discover something amazing. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey into the mundane and marvelous, be sure to subscribe and join our community of fellow curious minds. Together, we can unravel the mysteries of the universe, one everyday wonder at a time. Stay curious!